Hi everyone, this is Radhika here again. I hope you all are doing well. This video is about how to heal from excessive masculine energy after narcissistic abuse. Sometimes when you have been with a narcissist, covert or overt, it can greatly affect your feminine energy as well. And in our body, the right side represents masculine energy and the left side represents feminine. And the left side of the brain controls the right side of the body, and the right side of the brain controls the left side of the body. Masculine energy, as was said in the last video, is the energy of getting things done, of setting a goal and accomplishing it. And this is the activity which builds the ego over time and which gives you different titles over time. So say you have now kind of passed through your kindergarten. So now you're a first grader, and then you pass your high school, and then you get a diploma, and then you get like an undergrad degree, and then a grad degree. So all of these things, they build your ego, because slowly you are adding things to your personality through your actions in this world, and it slowly is bolstering your ego. So people who do a lot, who are doers, they usually have a lot of confidence because they feel like I can get this done, and they build that confidence over time by doing things again and again and achieving things. So it's a good energy. It's not like it's all bad. The bad point only comes when you have excessive of masculine, or when your masculine energy is not in sync or in balance with your feminine energy. um, so being too much in this energy can make you somewhat of an egoistic person, and a lot of it along with other imbalances will basically make you a narcissistic person over time. And maybe you are not completely narcissistic, because NPD is a spectrum, and the people who are on the far end of the spectrum are the ones who cause a lot of issues in other people's life. But we come across a lot of narcissistic people who are not that what do you say, destructive in their behaviors, but they are just off-putting. You will come across them, and they might just spoil your day or spoil a few hours of your day with their egoistic outlook, and with their trying to control you and dominate you and kind of put you down to make themselves feel better. So all of these people are actually on the NPD spectrum, but like these examples that I gave you are really like very, very low on the spectrum. So they just do it, but they don't actually have so many of the narcissistic traits of the people who ruin other people's lives. But still, it's not joy being near such people. So what happens is, many times in when you have been in a narcissistic scenario, because the narcissist is always trying to oppress your identity, your ideas, your views, your opinions, etc., the person whose ideas and views, etc., is being repressed, that is the scapegoat, they can become somewhat of a rebel, because they have a lot of ideas and insights and things that they want to share, but they are not able to share it because of these narcissistic uh, personality person or clan. So as like if you are in a clan, so what happens is this person can become like a rebel, and they become kind of like a rebel without a cause, because no one knows what their cause is, because it's hard to explain when you are in such a scenario what's your cause. But they might just become like a bitter kind of a rebellious person, rebelling uh, for anything and everything, and changing their opinions on what they are rebelling for. They can become reckless, so they don't care so much about their life, because basically uh, a lot, and self-sabotaging, so they'll become reckless and self-sabotaging, and there's a reason for that. So this is because when they become reckless and when they become self-sabotaging, that is, they are harming themselves. A lot of the times they do this because the narcissistic person in their life is telling them that, is controlling them with by giving the gaslighting signal that I'm doing this for your own good. So they might be troubling the scapegoat, or they might be denying the scapegoat what the scapegoat wants to do, but they will say they are doing this because they want what is better for the scapegoat. And a lot of times when the scapegoat is in such a scenario, that person will kind of start feeling that the way that I can rebel against this narcissist is to basically destroy my own life, because this narcissist, what they are saying is they want me to do this so that I have a good life, but now I'm going to show them that I'm going to like have a very bad life because of what they asked me to do. So it's kind of like a very weird way of rebelling, because you are ruining your own life by rebelling against the narcissist, and that actually makes the narcissist win, because the ultimate win against the narcissist is basically not giving them any importance, not giving their words, their opinions, their thoughts about you any importance, and going and living the most fulfilling life that you can live, by being, a balanced person, an organic, a well grounded, good person. But sometimes when you are in such a situation, you do not have such clear insights, and you do not have such clear insights because you are in your masculine energies, and masculine energies are the energies of just doing something. It's feminine energy is the energy of stepping back and taking a well-rounded view of the situation and then doing something. So if you are a well-balanced person, you will go into your feminine, you will see the whole situation, analyze it, and then you will go into, and basically even the analysis comes from the masculine, but just the knowing, the feeling, the intuition of a situation comes from the feminine. So you go into your feminine, you get an intuition, you get your gut feeling, you get your insight or knowledge which comes directly from a higher intelligence. You get that. Then you get your analytical side of it, which is the balanced masculine. A balanced masculine person is analytical, and that's not always a male, it can be male or female. So then you analyze the situation and then you take an action on the situation, which is again masculine energy. So if you are able to do all of this process, you will live, like you won't ruin your life. But if you have been pushed to be in all your masculine energies because of a narcissistic situation, it is not your fault, but you might become like a rebel, a reckless person, someone who has self-sabotaging tendencies, a lot of addictions. You might be addicted to alcohol, drugs, porn, sex, all of these, gambling, any of this, even gaming. All of this is basically a lot of unbalanced, unchanneled masculine energy, which is waiting to, like sprout out in some way. Um, so yeah, basically, this is what happens when you have a lot of masculine and you are really lacking in your feminine. And in some cases it might not be this extreme. So if you did not have that extreme narcissistic scenario, it could just be that uh, like you become really controlling and egoistic, because you always have to kind of voice your opinion and get your way by controlling or manipulating, because you are around other narcissists, and you also have masculine energy in you which needs to express itself. So sometimes it might not be as extreme as being self-sabotaging or addictive personalities, but such people, they are the ones you see in corporations who are rising in their status, because they have a lot of masculine. It's not as bad as completely unchanneled or unbalanced masculine, but it is still very controlling, manipulative, and telling other people what to do, that kind of an energy. And then of course you have good masculine, which is taking good, which are, the few good leaders that you see in the world, or maybe in the office that you work at, or maybe anywhere, a few good doctors who are really balanced. They have a good masculine which is kind of doing what you have set out to do, but at the same time, if others are not following you, you are not going to bend them to your will. You realize that they are people too, and they have their own opinion and they have their own ideas. So if they don't listen to you, you find an alternative route, and you still get the things that you want to get done. And that is the power of the true masculine, that you do not dominate other people, but you inspire them. So that's actually how good masculine energy should look like. And it's also like the protector energy. So once they have actually built up the masculine energy in themselves to kind of do good for themselves in the world, then they expand it. And when it gets balanced with the feminine, it becomes more expansive, and it becomes like a warrior energy. So now you don't just do good for yourself, you also want to protect those around you. So that's like the archetype of the masculine energy, the provider, someone who's a warrior, someone who's a protector. And this is not just males, even females have this kind of energy, everyone has this energy. So that's when you see that in yourself, you can see that, oh, I'm in my balanced masculine right now. And sometimes you can also go in your unbalanced masculine when you are irritated and you want to try to control other people. So yeah, so basically, these are examples of how your energies, masculine energy, can get excessive or unbalanced after narcissistic abuse. And the emotions of masculine energy are anger, revenge, aggression, injustice, like a feeling of injustice, irritation, compulsive desires, so addiction, having control over other people, are all forms of hurt and non channeled masculine energy. So what can you do to heal masculine energy? So there are different ways you can heal masculine energy. One way is channeling it. So since you feel that you have a lot of masculine energy and you feel the need to do something about it, you can channel it through exercising, kickboxing, martial arts, running, basically sweating it out, because it gets out of your body. And it releases all the endorphins, or the all the I'm not so good with these scientific terms, but basically the flight and fight response that you have, it gets activated, and you're basically channeling it. So you're channeling all your aggression in running or kickboxing and martial arts. And you also know how to keep the balance in that case, because you can't go into a kickboxing class and just completely punch someone. So it has to be balanced the way you are using your masculine energy. So that is one way. The other way of balancing your masculine is actually going into your feminine energies. So I would say you can try both of these together. So to go more into your feminine, what you can do is meditation. Meditation is a very powerful tool. It just balances energies. So you can do it anytime, even if you are excessive in masculine or excessive in feminine. You can always do meditation, and it's going to balance you out overall. But yeah, meditation is also a practice of letting go. So you're not doing anything, you're just sitting there and watching your thoughts. So that is a good way. Another way of bringing in some feminine energy is to do meditation coloring books. You can do dancing, you can do singing, you can do gardening, you can do reading a book back to back. Have some patience and completely finish one book, and not with a hurry to just get it done, with actually enjoying everything that you're reading. So all of these activities which kind of slow you down and get you from that logical achievement mode into a more creative creative, expansive, just doing state, not just receiving. So basically you just do things, but it's with some inspiration that you have received that you're doing these things. um, then another way is that if someone is offering to do something for you, be open to that. Let them do things for you, instead of always having to do them yourself or do things for other people. You can be open to let other people do things for you. And once they do it, you can try to bring in some feeling of being grateful or thankful for the things that they have done for you. So in this way you can bring up the feminine energy in your system a little bit, and this is for both, like males and females or any gender that you belong to. You can do these things, and this will hopefully help you balance out the masculine and heal the hurt masculine energy that you have in your system. So yeah, that was this video. If you guys have any other tips, please do add them in the comments below. As always, I wish you all a lot of love and a lot of light. Thanks. Bye.